Ladies and gentlemen, your Galena Park Fighting Yellow Jackets. Please welcome the Austin Mustangs. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise? Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with a presentation of colors by the Galena Park High School Army Junior ROTC program, to be followed by our national anthem. The Galena Park High School color guard tonight consists of Color Guard Commander Cadet Sergeant First Class Walter Canales, Texas Flag Cadet Corporal Aiden Merez, Left Guard Cadet Corporal Xavier Celaya, Right Guard Cadet Corporal Cesar Jacobo, Rifleman Cadet Private Ashley Gonzalez, Rifleman Cadet Private Ashley Canales, Rifleman Cadet Private Ashley Martinez, Rifleman Cadet Private Diego Villarreal, Rifleman Cadet Private Aiden Sullivan, Rifleman Cadet Private Isai Jimenez, and Rifleman Cadet Ashley Gomez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. The Yellow Jackets will receive to begin the game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, LSN Sports presents Galena Park Yellow Jackets Football 2021. Galena Park Yellow Jackets Football 2021 is being sponsored in part by Regions Bank. They'll help you prioritize your spending around what you love. By Kim Walt and Danette Waltuski in Houston. With RE/MAX Results, they make your transition smooth. And by your Woodlands All-State agent, Herminia Sitter. Are you in good hands? By Mr. Electric, they've got the power to make things better. By the Walk-Up Company, your imagination our fabrication. By Mentor Staffing Services, they know the people you need to know. By Bonfire Wings, genuine Creole, uniquely Cajun. By Hotze Health and Wellness Center, man, isn't it time you take care of you? And by the Roach Partners LLP, they offer superior professional services specifically tailored to meet the needs of their clients. And by LSN Sports. Tonight, live here from Galena Park ISD Stadium, the Yellow Jackets will host the Houston Austin Mustangs in their 7th District 11-5A Division II game of the season and their 5th and final home game of the regular season. The Mustangs in white, kicking off from left to right. A couple of Yellow Jackets back deep. And let's see who will bobble the ball and pick it up. That is going to be the senior.
Number 4.
On it, Marion Kelly. And so the Yellow Jackets receiving the ball first. That's where they will go on offense. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In case we have not been formally introduced, my name is Dave Marks, and it will be my pleasure and privilege once again to be with you here tonight and just kind of keep you company as you watch this ball game. Line of scrimmages on the 23. And the Yellow Jackets, in case you don't know, are in the dark uniforms of black trimmed with white. And it looks like they are going to start Flores at quarterback tonight on the pitch. So it is the senior. Flores is a sophomore, but the senior Amarian Kelly on the rush. So the line of scrimmage at 23 gets it to the 38. So 15-yard gain for Amarian Kelly. Actually, well, depending on where you swing, let's give him a 14-yard gain to the 37. And a first down. First of the night. Amarian Kelly, as you know, he's a speed burner. 55 carries, 461 yards, 10 touchdowns to lead the team in terms of number of touchdowns. Flores with the start. And the handoff. Do we have... we're going to have Freddie Turan. Now that's going deep into the roster. Going to have to put him down here, Freddie Turan. He's had a couple of carries on the season. He gets, let's see, about 7 yards on that to the 42-yard line. Freddie Turan. Make a note of that. Let's put him down. One rush, 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Get your numbers on Flores in a moment. And Turan, well, he will pick up a first down. So Freddie Turan, he'll call him to the 48. And let's see. And 10 yard. 10 yards on that one. And the Yellow Jackets have a first down, put it at 49-yard line. So give him a 9-yard gain. 2 first downs on the drive against the Austin Mustangs. Yellow Jackets coached by Spiro Amarantos. 6-2 on the season, 5-1 in district. Their only loss to, well, you know who. And one of the top ball carriers on the team. Getting the carry right there, Jordan Valderas. Give him about 2 yards on the play. Jordan Valderas to the 47. He comes in 54 carries, 460 yards, 4 touchdowns. Last week he was a leading ground gainer. 2 touchdowns last week, 9 carries for 92 yards on the road against Sharpston. 9:25 to go in the first quarter. Hope you're with us on a, well, the wind has died down significantly. 72 degrees at game time, wind only gusting to 27. Was about 45 about an hour ago. And is it the traditional bowling ball? Yes, Barrientos with his first carry. And he'll take it, they're going to say, to the 38. So that will give him a 9-yard gain on the bowling ball. Barrientos' first carry. He leads the team in rushing, 84 carries, 470 yards. 6 touchdowns. Last week, only 2 carries of 5 yards. And teams are starting to key on him a little bit, as you imagined. It's a very hot first half of the season. And the bowling ball down the alley. Barrientos. 8-yard gain there on his second carry. Jordan Balderas, Jose Barrientos, he's a senior. Balderas is a sophomore. I'll give him a 9-yard gain. Yellow Jackets not a team that put it up a lot. Flores has not had a touchdown pass this year. Going to attempt one here if he can get it off. He'll scramble for the first down. That he does a little bit. To the 24-yard line. He'll pick up the first down on a 6-yard gain. On the year, Flores has rushed 32 times, so 97 yards on a rushing touchdown. And I kind of held off on announcing his passing statistics because there really aren't any. 2 completions in 6 attempts, 31 yards. And that's not so much a reflection on him. First of all, he hasn't played a lot. And secondly, this is not a team that really puts it up a lot. First down here. And the bowling ball taking tacklers with him to about the 18. 6-yard gain. He's had his number called a couple of times. Approaching 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. Galena Park Yellow Jackets getting the ball first at their own 23. Thursday night high school football. Yellow Jackets vying to get themselves a home playoff game if they can win tonight and next week. Kelly to the outside. And it's to about the 13. 5-yard gain. And I think, are they going to move the sticks? Yes, I believe so. 5 yards for Marion Kelly. That is the 4th first down on the drive. As they're deep in the red zone, and play number 10 coming up on this opening drive. Offensive coordinator Ronnie Wingham. Well, can they score through the air? They do. And that was a nice one. Of course, when they do throw, Bernardo Vasquez is the prime target. That was as well thrown as he beats the defender there. So that's going to go as his first touchdown pass. Beat trailing Baptiste on it. And the Yellow Jackets get on the board first. Vasquez, that's his 9th catch of the year, point after touchdown attempt. And they are going to get it in there good. It is Jose Galarza out of the hold of Quintanilla. 7-0 Yellow Jackets, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Welcome back after that 10-play drive. And the Yellow Jackets scoring at exactly the 6-minute mark. So they took 5 minutes, 48 seconds off the clock. They go 77 yards, 10 plays, and culminates Oswaldo Flores to Bernardo Vasquez. 7-0 Yellow Jackets, and now they will kick off, and they kind of rotate kickers these days, and the man who scored the touchdown, Vasquez, will have it bounce inside the 5. Will they attempt to return it? Yes. And getting hit and knocked out of bounds, Darnell St. Julian for the Mustangs. So it's going to be first and 10. Mustangs will get it, and they're going to spot it at their own 17. That'll be 5:52 remaining in the opening quarter. And let us see what they are going to come out with. Shotgun formation anyway. And a little bit of a fumble on the first play. And what do you know? Recovered by Leo Garcia. That's no way to run an airline, as they used to say. And on the fumble, the Yellow Jackets get it right back and are in big business. First and 10 at the Austin 15. See the pile up in the recovery there. 5:42 remaining. By the way, that Galena Park Yellow Jackets touchdown, we said 10 plays, 77 yards, and a 13-yard strike Flores to Vasquez. Flores again, and no gain on the play. I believe it was Barrientos. And that's the first. Might have lost a yard. I think we're going to have to give him a negative one there. And they're looking at a 7-11. Everybody looks at those, but I should have said a 2nd and 11. 5:15 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Yellow Jackets scoring on their first drive and just recovered a fumble deep in their territory. They'll try Balderas, and he's stacked up. So defense coming to play on this particular possession for a team that on the year has only won one game. 1-7 overall, 1-5 in district. And down 7-0 here. So 2 negative rushes. And this is the first third down attempt of the night. It's going to be third and about 11.5 or 12 for the Yellow Jackets of Galena Park. And give it to the senior, and he will walk right down the aisle. Made that look easy. Marion Kelly. That is going to be his 11th touchdown on the year. Don't know if they accounted for it. I don't know if they saw him. Could have mowed the lawn running that way. Kelly into the end zone. Yellow Jackets capitalize on that very short field. So point after touchdown attempt, and they're going to go 2 for 2. Galarza, the senior, out of the hold of Diego Quintanilla. And with 4:20 remaining in the opening quarter on senior night, the Yellow Jackets earning their diplomas. They lead it by a score of 14-0. You're watching.
Friday night high school football in Texas is tough. But buying a new car shouldn't be. That's why new car deals are better in Baytown at Community. Community, where everything we do is centered around you.
Now the Yellow Jackets' second score, as they will be kicking off. Vasquez in your screen, ground level shot. And let's get it going. A little bit of delay for whatever reason there, we don't know. And we told you about the winds. It was, for those of you in the area, you know how bad they were today. When coming into the stadium a couple hours ago, it was, the car is rocking and rolling as they put it off of the hold, and it's about the 5-yard line. And it looks like the same return man, Darnell St. Julian, the senior. And not too bad, all things considered. So the Mustangs will get it first and 10. And it's going to be at their own 20. 4:05 remaining in the opening quarter. They're down 14-0 due to a fumble on their first possession and on a short field. Yellow Jackets go 3 plays, 16 yards. 1:27 off the clock. Marion Kelly, the senior, gets his 11th touchdown of the year, taking it to the house, making it 14-0. So Let's see. They will use Jeremiah Smith, the senior at quarterback. The fumble. Now, timeout on the field. Somebody took a time, and guys in the truck, if that's what we're going to do. Let's make a note of the time and the score. 4:04 to go. First quarter, 14-0. Yellow Jackets over the Austin Mustangs.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club is the wonderfully marinated and juicy chicken breast. The marinade actually reminds me of my mother's cooking. You know, marinades, usually they take time, and you can tell that it was put together with love.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you back live to Galena Park ISD Stadium, want to apologize to some viewers on LSN if you are having problems picking up the feed. We are trying to, I think, get something done about it. Well, they want to spread everybody, and he will try to run. Jeremiah Smith, he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Leo Garcia on the tackle. I think he's been the leading tackler all year for these Yellow Jackets. So once again, I want to repeat, there apparently may be an issue in accessing this broadcast on the LSN website. So you can go to YouTube, if you're hearing me, that's probably where you are on our YouTube, and just type in the game, and you should not have any issue picking up the feed. On the handoff there, it's Demetrius Warrior. Demetrius Warrior. Still no gain on the play. Well, if you follow Yellow Jackets football, you know that they have not allowed a touchdown in a couple of weeks. So their defense trying to make some statements. First third down attempt of the night for the Mustangs. They're the team with the white jerseys. They go to the spread, and they want to throw. He's running for his life, and he's going to step and get a first down. Well, that's the way they do in the streets. Everybody go long, and on 5 Mississippi, I'll run. That's the way they do touch football. He's out of bounds at the 34, 14-yard gain. So Smith. Good running there. Take him out to the 34. They do try to get aggressive as far as passing is concerned. And not very well thrown on that situation. That's his first attempt of the night. Second down and 10. This is the last regular season home game, senior night. Play 5 games in the season. And of course, this is a district contest. 1 week to go. And if the Yellow Jackets are able to win tonight and next week, they will wrap up second place and assure themselves of a by-district home game in the first round of the playoffs. Demetrius Warrior, no gain on the play. Well, they're going to say give him a yard. So I will say spotted at the 35. And they're looking at about a 3rd and 9. 1 for 1 on third down conversions. You may remember the last third down attempt. It was Smith who took off. Took off around the right side. So let's see how the defense plays this. Little blitz coming from the outside. 1-on-1 and incomplete. You had to beat the blitz coming from the right side. And the pass downfield. Nance was the intended receiver. He saw the blitz coming there And it looked like the blitzing defensive back Victor Gutierrez. So give credit to the lineman who picked up Gutierrez, or Smith would have been leveled. But it's going to go as an incompletion, and they will attempt to punt for the first time. And their listed punter is Mauricio Beltran. He waits with the snap, and upfield the other way, Renteria. He will back up and attempt it. He scored on a punt return last home game, and that's not too bad. From the 25-yard line is where he started, and he's going to get it, well, at least 25 yards or more, maybe 27 yards. However, there is a handkerchief on the field. That's usually not too good on punt returns. Usually it's on the return team. Well, the referee, if you were able to hear him, Matt Levin, and perhaps you heard PA talk about holding on Galena Park. Usually when those flags are thrown on punt returns, that's kind of what the situation is. So the Yellow Jackets will have to back up a little, losing a little real estate, and they'll get it at their own 41 with 1:21 remaining in the first quarter. They lead it 14-0, scoring on their first two drives. And it is, well, now going to be Reyes in there at quarterback as he pitches back. And there's a nifty run, indeed, for Balderas. So Reyes going to hand off for his first time, and he's going to get the ball all the way to the 36. So let's do the math. 49, 39, and let's give him 23 yards. Yep, that's what I figured. So first down. Reyes, there was some concern. He was shaken up a little bit last week at Sharpstown. And he does a lot of this on the option. Tight ropes the sidelines, as they say, and he may be close to a first down. So Reyes, as a rusher, comes in 63 carries, 370 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown last week at Sharpsville, 9 for 60 and a TD. Here he's out of bounds at the 22. So give him a 14-yard gain on his first attempt. As a passer, 16 for 39, 270 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. No Galena Park quarterback has been intercepted. Well, they don't throw that much. And what have we here? Gutierrez going to get himself a shot. Jonathan Gutierrez, close to 10 yards. Gutierrez, 28 carries, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns on the year. Last week, 5 for 44 at Sharpstown. He'll get 9 yards to about the 13. And that will end the quarter. 12 down and 3 quarters to go. It's Galena Park Yellow Jackets hitting 14-0. You're watching Galena Park Yellow Jackets football here on LSN. And we're back in a bit.
Who combines the best games with the best pizza? Mr. Gaddy's, of course. Mr. Gaddy's. Pizza, games, parties.
Welcome back to the start of quarter number 2. Switch sides of the field. Yellow Jackets leading it 14-0. And once again, we want to apologize for folks who may be having some issues watching this one on LSN tonight, but if you are having those issues, you can, of course, go to YouTube and pull it up that way, just by putting in Galena Park. So a couple of options for you. As the quarter starts, second quarter, 2nd down and 1. Reyes in on his first possession. Shaken up last week, didn't start tonight. Flores started the first 2 drives. And he wants to chuck it. It's tipped, and that came close to being his first interception. Probably should have been picked. It was knocking it away Cameron Lewis. So that one, if it's picked off, it might have had a shot at going quite far. And not to belabor the point, but passing is not the strong suit for the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets 1 for 1 on 3rd down conversions. And I think you're going to make them 1 for 2 as the bowling ball goes down the alley to about the 7-yard line. 13-yard gain. Give them 6-yard gain. And give them another first down. So as I said, 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. We'll try to keep track. 1st and goal from the 7. This drive started on their own 41 after they were nice punt return by Renteria. Got called back a little for a block in the back. And down the alley into the zone. The bowling ball.
7 yards.
Well, when he gets going, keeps those feet moving, it is very hard to bring him down, and he'll get the 3rd touchdown on the night for the Yellow Jackets. And that is going to be his 7th on the season. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and trying to make it 3 for 3 with the point after touchdowns. Jose Galarza out of the hold of Quintanilla. And they're going to have a little trouble here. Going to have to improvise. And almost. Looking for a penalty, but it's a bad snap. I don't know if we'll Quintanilla having to try to throw that one. Don't know if we'll get a look at that before break.
Number 40.
They'll get the 6, but the extra. Well, let's see. Well, they're going to get another shot because Austin was offside. So they'll get to do it one more time, half the distance, get another attempt.
Offside. On the defense.
When you're 1 and 7, you tend to do things like that. So. Have to always get a good long snap. Good placement. And the second time will be a charm. And it's 21 points on the board for the home team. 1 minute gone by in the second quarter. Yellow Jackets on the board again.
On the defense.
Well, obviously they'll decline that. And it's 21-0. You are watching Galena Park Yellow Jackets football 2021.
First half.
Score Jackets 21, Mustangs 0.
Number 4,
St. Julian, and number 5, Demetrius Warrior back deep. And kicking off.
Well, the Yellow Jackets getting a chance to get their kickoff practice in. Vasquez boots it. Yellow Jackets have not given up
St. Julian with the return from the 11.
not given up the kickoff or punt return for a touchdown this year. And they haven't scored on a kickoff return, but they of course have scored on a punt return. So the Austin Mustangs in the 1st and 10 at their own 27. 10:50 remaining in the second quarter. And the Yellow Jackets' 3rd possession, they get on the board. 6 plays, 59 yards, 2:21 off the clock. Barrientos the bowling ball in from 7 yards out. And is that the Warrior? Well, the Warrior is going to drop the pigskin. Well, actually, yes, it was Jometria's Warrior. That's going to be their second big fumble on the first play from scrimmage on a possession tonight. Their very first possession in the first quarter, first play they fumbled. And this would be their third possession. They do the same thing. Yellow Jackets get a 1st and 10 from the Austin 34 and chance to crack the end zone again, possibly for the 4th time. Yellow Jackets come out with their, I can remember in other years, their uniform used to have a lot more, they used to really look like Yellow Jackets. They had a lot more gold on their uniforms in passing. What happened to those? They need to bring those classic uniforms back. Reyes, another possession. Didn't start tonight. On the pitch, Gutierrez. Broke a tackle and gets extra yards. Hit him out of bounds, and they'll get even more. So Gutierrez was out at the 15-yard line. And don't know who hit him at the end. We have 19 yards on the carry.
Dead ball. Late hit. Out of bounds. 21. The goal. First out.
Well, I think he was calling Mauricio Beltran, the senior, for the late hit. And I think Matt Levin wanted to say half the distance to the goal. So we'll make the mark for the initial first down, and half the distance to the goal is going to spot it at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Reyes is kind of dipsy-doing and taking it himself.
Number 11,
It's almost like playing psych with the football. A good fake. See, just holds out the right hand and looks in the other and does the spin and gets 9 yards on the play to about the 2-yard line on his second carry. 1 for the first down, 2 for the end zone. They'll take the 2. And the 2 will get them 6. 4th touchdown of the night. First for Reyes on the night. All they needed 1. They got the 2. And Reyes is rushing touchdown going to be number 4. So let's see how they will handle the exchange for the point after touchdown. And no good. That one might have been blocked. So that's twice that they're having some problems, but that's only the second botched PAT all year. They'll take the 6, and with 9:30 to go in the second quarter, Yellow Jackets will lead it 27-0.
Looking to join the winning team? At United Community Credit Union, we offer low-rate loans and credit cards, and a rewards checking account that pays you for being a member. Now that's a touchdown. Join today. We're right here in your community. UnitedCCU.com.
Bag D for the Mustangs. Number 4, Darnell St. Julian, and number 5, Demetrius Warrior. Kicking off for the Yellow Jackets is number 7.
When you take a look at the team statistics and you see that they've got a lot of kickoff returns on the stat sheet, that's an ominous sign, and I think you know why. Remember many years ago, as Vasquez will kick this off, watching a Monday Night Football game, touchback there as they used to be on. Oh, by the way, the Yellow Jackets kickers quite a few touchbacks on the year, which also what you want to do, preventing a return. So the Mustangs will get it 1st and 10 at their own 25 on the TB, the touchback. 9:30 remaining in the second quarter. The Yellow Jackets on a short field after recovering a fumble. They go 34 plays, aided by an unsportsmanlike penalty, which got them down to the 11-yard line. 3 plays, 34 yards, 106 off the clock. Reyes in from 2 yards out. PAT was not made, but they get their 4th touchdown on the night and lead at 27-0. So from the 25, Austin would like to get off the schneid. They have had a lot of negative runs tonight. And really credit that defense, Demetrius Warrior, who fumbled the last time. And Bernal on the tackle. They're going to lose one. Halftime stats on the talking about those kickoffs. Just remember that certain things that you pick up through the years of watching sports. Any of you old enough to remember when Monday Night Football was on over-the-air TV, ABC? Any of you remember that? Okay. Any of you remember a time when the New Orleans Saints were not a good team? I'm trying to get a little head of steam there. Is that the Warrior? Nope, it's keeper for Smith. And Smith going to get about 7 yards, so that's what we'll give him. He had a 14-yard run early. So looking at 3rd down, they're 1 for 2 at 3rd down conversions. And 1 point with an ABC Monday Night Football, they were playing at the Superdome, the New Orleans Saints, and I remember someone saying that one of the commentators talking about getting a chance to practice your kick returns is a sign that you're being scored on quite a bit, quite obviously. This is one fumble that they will recover and not lose. But it's going to take them back a bit, and there'll be a 3 and out. So it's something to kind of recall. So see a team with doing that a lot. It should tell you something.
Number 20.
So this will be a punt attempt for Mauricio Beltran. He's punted once. He is a little bit out of your screen to the right. Renteria might be in your screen in a moment, way down there. He's got to pick that one up or be in trouble. And he'll get some room. Oh, contact, big contact. Trying to run over Beltran. As you watch the end of this, Mauricio Beltran going to be feeling it tonight, taking that contact.
Stop at number 20, Mauricio Beltran.
And remember the old show Batman, that's a pow, bang, boom, zap. If I ever saw one. Holy special teams Batman, or something to that effect. So it's going to be 1st and 10
32 yards
for Austin, for the Yellow Jackets, at the Austin 44. 7:10 remaining here in the second quarter. They lead at 27-0. They've scored on every possession. Reyes coming in for his 3rd possession, relatively short field. And interesting formation they've got in the backfield. Some used to call this a pro set or the wishbone or something to that effect. And Barrientos is taking people with him. It took almost all 11 people to bring him down at the 26-yard line. So I don't know if it's senior night or it's the opposition that they're playing or whatever, but he is fired up this evening. That's going to be about into the 26, is it? So an 18-yard gain on the 1st down for the bowling ball, Barrientos.
18-yard run on the play.
Little I formation. And they'll dot the I.
Handoff goes to number 3.
Valderas. So I'm seeing a couple of different formations tonight from the Yellow Jackets. 7 yards for Valderas. Had a 23-yard run earlier. 6 minutes remaining until halftime. 27-0 Galena Park. The second quarter really moving. Senior night, and if you were with us early on before the kickoff, we did cover some of the senior ceremony for you. This play long time to develop. 10 seconds on the play clock. Game clock runs also. 2nd and 3. Give it to the up back, to the fullback. Who else? Barrientos. They're going to spot him at the 11-yard line. And an 8-yard gain for the first down for the bowling ball. First and 10 from the 11. You can get another first down at the 1. 11 yards away from pay dirt, as they used to say. One other game in district tonight. We will see if we can find out what's going on there. Yellow Jackets not officially in second place yet. They need to win here tonight, and they need something to happen tomorrow to officially put them into second on the standings.
Number 20, Jose Barrientos.
And Barrientos again, calling his number.
And again, number 48.
4-yard gain, he's to the 7. Then we saw Tehran got the first couple of carries in the ball game. 2nd down and 6. So they're milking the game clock a little bit. No need to get too tired, and this is sound strategy. If they can't stop it, then keep doing it. Forward progress to the 5. Gutierrez with it. See, maybe the 5 or the 6. Let's take a look. Oh, it's only to the 6. A lot of running from out of the backfield. Gutierrez on his 3rd carry. So it's 3rd down and about 5. Yellow Jackets 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions in the game. 3:47 and counting. And you notice now the last couple of plays taking a lot of time off of that play clock. Well, they try to put it up here. They're going to go to the pitch. And they're going to go to the end zone.
Number 3, Jordan
Valderas with the TD. That's going to be his first of the night. And Valderas, that's his 5th on the year overall. Takes it in from 6 yards out. Now with the crooked score, 33. Will they try to go for 2 here to make it 35? They've only attempted 1 2-point conversion all year, and they made it. But hold everything. This touchdown may get taken off the board. Yes, it is. So no TD, hold everything, as they used to say on the Dick Tracy cartoons. This is going to send it back to about the 13. And they'll be looking now at a 3rd down and about 12 with 3:18 and counting. So now what do? You maybe try to put it up. It's a 2-down territory. Not as windy as it used to be, but thinking ahead, if they did attempt a field goal from down here, they would be kicking with the wind at their back, and they want to put a little thought process into this, so the Yellow Jackets will burn their first timeout with 2:59 remaining until halftime, and they've got the 27-0 bulge.
Friday night high school football in Texas is tough, but buying a new car shouldn't be. That's why new car deals are better in Baytown at Community. Community, where everything we do is centered around you.
Do you like Thursday night high school games? I guess the only problem with Thursday night games per se is that unlike Friday or Saturday, you can't sleep in. You got to get up and go to school the next day. No excuse, teacher, I played football last night. That usually doesn't cut it. So everybody here, both teams, it's school days. Hear that school bell tomorrow morning. And then you got the weekend to rest up a little bit. Well, the penalty takes 6 off the board. It's 3rd and 12. Back at about the 13. And let's see what the Yellow Jackets will opt for. Well, looks like they want to throw it. Little toss. almost incomplete. It would have been way short of the first down, of course. Intended for the bowling ball, Barrientos, who has a touchdown this year. So it's incomplete. They're 1 for 3 on third down conversions. As a passer, Reyes is now 0 for 2. And so are they going to attempt a field goal? Now, they've had only one field goal make this year from 17 yards out. The wind looks like it is with them at the moment. This is going to be a 30-yard attempt. And, well, let's see. It'll be held by Quintanilla. It's got some height, it's got some distance, and it's good. A 30-yarder.
30-yard field goal.
Yes,
Number 10.
that's Bernardo Vasquez. So he gets a second field goal on the year. They'll get 3 points, and as you head toward postseason, every potential weapon counts. 30-0. Yellow Jackets, 2:52 to go till halftime. Take it away, guys, in the truck.
Back deep,
Back deep is number 4, Darnell St. Julian, number 5, Demetrius Warrior.
Kicking off for the Jackets, number 53, Jose Galarza.
Well, another kickoff for the Yellow Jackets. Man who just bagged it in from 30 yards out, Vasquez, will be kicking off to same company. Short this time at the 32, and he'll just step it out of bounds. That was Christian Nance. And all things considered, that's going to get Alvin their best field position of the half. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll have it, looks like at their own 37. 2:48 till halftime. And the Yellow Jackets get 3 on the board off the right leg of the senior Bernardo Vasquez. Stopped on third down, and they kick a 30-yard field goal. Definitely helped a little bit by the wind. So use help in any way that you can get it. 1st and 10 here. And basically maybe a yard gain. And say it's Cameron Lewis on his first carry. Do we have him on our stat sheet? Cameron Lewis, let's see. Well, we'll put him down for the 1-yard gain. 2:24 to go. Both teams up 2 timeouts, 2nd down and 9. Anybody got a 30-point play in their playbook? Incomplete, little lazy floater out to the right side. That was intended for Traylon Batiste. Make it an INC. And Smith is now 0 for 3 with attempts. I don't think either quarterback for either team has completed a pass. 3rd down coming up, where they are 1 for 3. Clock stopped, 2:06 to go. They have only 1 first down tonight that came on that scramble on 3rd down way back in the first quarter by Jeremiah Smith. 3rd and 9, and somebody will, even though the clock is stopped, they're going to stop the play clock to avoid potential penalty, and it was taken by Austin. 2:06 remaining until halftime. 30-0 Galena Park on senior night at Galena Park ISD Stadium. Trying to go for a shutout for another week. As last week shutting out Sharpstown, before that shutting out Worthing. And on north side, that's not the most difficult thing to do, but a shutout is a shutout, and about to, looks like, close the first half in shutout fashion. We will see, with 2:06 remaining in it. It's going to be about a 3rd and 9. Mustangs and their coach Theo Young. And some of these Houston ISD schools that the Yellow Jackets have played this year, they have been able to feast off of them. For the most part, there was that 42-41 game that they came close to losing, you may remember. Gonna tuck it and run.
Number 2.
Close to the first down, but I don't think he will achieve his objective. Knocked out at about the 44. 6-yard gain. And down by this many points on the board. 4th down and about 3. Clock at 2 minutes. It stops. It's knocked out of bounds. Guess they have nothing to lose by going for it. On the 4th and 3. This will be their first 4th down attempt. And what else do you have to lose? Only 1 win on the year. Send everybody out and have him run again. You go down to the, that's what it looks like. Flag on the play. He gets the first down, but I think somebody did something bad on that far side of the field. So this is probably going to come back, and the Yellow Jackets will probably have to accept the penalty to stop the first down. Thrown by the head linesman on the side of the field as they discuss it right here. Kind of a cool night. Comfortable. The wind, as we said, has died down. So let us, we're going to find out what's what here.
They lost both teams.
Okay, so let's see. Tell us something, Matt Levin. Well, first they're going to talk to the coaches.
Legal procedure on the offense.
I didn't know they used the term illegal procedure anymore. I just thought they on the false start or something, unless you can't think of a proper name for it. So will that change what they will do on 4th down? Will they consider punting now? Maybe. And yes, it does look like that. Beltran, you will see with the punt. Well, they got nothing to lose by faking it. Now that's going to be some trouble, depending on who picks this up. And no matter how you look at it, the bad snap, the Yellow Jackets will have it in this prime real estate. Beltran fell on it. Looked like Joe Ayala, who has had 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. He was the closest Yellow Jacket to it, and so they are a couple of yards away from getting their 6th touchdown on the night. It's going to be 1st and goal at the Austin 7-yard line with 1:46 remaining until halftime. I think that should be their 5th touchdown if they did get in. And I think number 5 is on the way.
Ivan Reyes, number 3.
Valderas takes it in. This, of course, set up by that bad snap. Valderas with his 2nd touchdown run of the night, his 6th on the year. 36-0, and they're going to go for the 1-point PAT. And they have a tendency to switch kickers. This time, well, I guess Galarza does the PATs and Vasquez does the field goal attempts. So Galarza puts it through. Diego Quintanilla on the hole. 1:35 to go till halftime. Yellow Jackets another TD, and they lead it 37-0.
Back deep is number 4, Darnell St. Julian.
Number 5, Demetrius Warrior.
Well, perhaps I should just let the PA system tell you what's going on, because it's deja vu, Groundhog Day, whatever, over and over again. Another kickoff. Another potential return, no return that time. And you wonder, with 1:35 to go till halftime, can the Austin Yellow Jackets get out of their own way? Can they get into the locker room without being scored on again? They've got 2 timeouts. Yellow Jackets have 1. And we'll see if they elect to be aggressive. Well, they probably would not have been scored on had it not been for the penalty that wiped out their second first down of the night. And that's what made them have to punt, and of course being a bad snap on the punt. So Jeremiah Smith from his 25. Have a whistle. While that whistle blows, 12 men in a huddle. Yeah, that's why some teams are 1-7. First and 15, telling you that the Yellow Jackets score 1 play, 7 yards, 11 seconds off the clock. And it's Barrientos. Make that. We'll hold off on a second as we get this play. And he's got, that's a foot race. That's a big yards. So Warrior all the way to the 50. That's a 25-yard gain.
First down, Mustangs.
And he was just another cut or two from taking that thing all the way and breaking the shutout streak. It was Balderas who scored that last touchdown, by the way. Set a second on the night. But what have we here? Their first down in a long time. They're at midfield, 1:24 to go. And that time it'll be stack them up for no gain. So Warrior with the big gain and none right there. Second and 10. And let's see who takes the time. They're going to take the timeout. So feeling a little bit after that run, a little confident, thinking maybe they won't just try to limp back into the locker room, see if they can get something done. And I believe they said that it's their final timeout. The scoreboard has both teams with 2. I don't know if that's totally accurate. But I think if Matt Levin was correct, that might have, yeah, that was the last timeout for the Mustangs. The Yellow Jackets still have 2. So I want to see if maybe they can get something on the board before they go in for the long halftime. Second down and about 11, back to their own 49 after the negative run. Said only 2 first downs in this first half, and obviously yet to crack the scoreboard. That run by Warrior, longest run for anybody tonight, 25 yards. Actually, no, a little longer, at 30 yards. Because they started from the 20. So I stand corrected. And let me make the correction here. So definitely the longest gain of the night. Second down and 11. Calls his own number. Jeremiah Smith. 4-yard gain for Jeremiah Smith. Under a minute to go now. Third down and about 7. 1 for 4 on third down conversions.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Does he want to throw? 1-on-1. If he catches it, well, underthrown.
Pass intended.
So that was intended downfield for a Traylon Batiste. And
coverage by Thomas.
Good coverage on the play. So 0 for 4 as a passer. 1 for 5 on third down conversions. Fourth down coming up. There are 34 seconds until halftime. And what'll they do here? They're going to go for it. Oh, they had a bad problem with the punt. So this time, I guess they'll just send everybody out. They need 7 yards for the first down. And they'll go for, well, that's kind of what happened on the punt attempt. And this may get points for the Yellow Jackets. The sweep up and the cleanup. And they're into the end zone. And that's on the Deshaun Baines. As you see, he says, I got it. And he's going to tell you it's about 30 some odd yards. We'll let them make it official. So a fumble and a TD. And Yellow Jackets on the board. That's the first time they scored on a interception return earlier. This is the first time they score on a fumble return 15 seconds ago. And, well, we said, could Austin get out of their own way to get into the locker room at halftime? Larza. And he puts point number 44 on the board. 15 seconds remaining until halftime. And you almost fear for Austin if they have to touch the ball again. So let's see if we can recap what happened. There are 15 seconds remaining. And a bad snap from center to quarterback on 4th down. And a fumble recovery. And it is Deshaun Baines, the senior, on senior night. Fumble recovery. I'm just writing this down. Don't know how many yards officially. We'll get that all checked out at the half, but 44 to nothing. And can we finish the half without any more disaster for Austin? With 15 seconds to go. They will get the ball to start the second half. So perhaps they've made their only kickoff for the night on the opening kickoff. Well, they're going to have to run a play, as that's a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 25. And they might be advised to just kind of take the knee here. What do you think? They try to run a play. You never know what could happen. So we'll see. And that 30-yard run by Demetrius Warrior. Looks like they want to run something. Well, guess they can consider it a glorified practice. Play clock, where is the play clock? It's about 5 seconds. Will they get it snapped? No, they'll take the knee, and I think that was the smart thing to do. And that knee is going to end the first 24 minutes here on senior night. A walkthrough so far for the Galena Park Yellow Jackets. Perhaps a game and a half away from wrapping up second place. So we'll take the halftime break. 44 to nothing. Galena Park Yellow Jackets over the Austin Mustangs. And you're watching Galena Park Yellow Jackets football 2021.
Good evening, Galena Park. It's halftime, and you know what that means. It's showtime. On behalf of Stephen F. Austin Senior High School, we bring to you the VH1 Battle of the Bands National Champions and the only school in Houston to be recognized by the National Grammy Association 3 times. We proudly present to you the Sonic Boom Marching Band. Tonight, the band would entertain you with a Sonic Boom classic, I Will Die For You by Prince. And now, let's add some class and pizzazz to this show. Introducing the Austin Emeralds Drill Team, Envy Color Company, and Jade's Majorettes. They will be performing to We Found Love by Rihanna. Emeralds are led by Miss Jonisha Momon, Jay-Z Cajero, Jade Riggs, and Amelia Rodriguez. Envy is led by Miss Alondra Sines, and our Jay's featured majorette, Miss Tiana Randall. And now let's have some fun. Watch as the Sonic Boom entertains you with a TikTok themed dance routine to Twerkulator, Up, and Have Mercy. When I do my dance, money fight, everybody throw bands. GP, we ain't playing. We don't want your band. It's time for the twerk it later. It's time for the twerk it later. Now watch as the sonic boom, emeralds, envy, and jade spell out our theme dance. Up. If it's up, if it's up, it is up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Head band director, Mr. Kevon Runnels. Assistant director, Mr. Larian Trice. Assistant director, Ms. Valencia Vigi. Our principal is Mr. Orlando Reyna. Before we end the show, we want to recognize our head band director, Mr. Runnels. He was selected as one of the 6 band directors to represent the state of Texas at the 2022 Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena, California. We bid you peace and good night from the mean green and the tight white.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride and joy of Galena Park High School, the 2021-2022 Jacketeers. The Jacketeers are under the direction of Mrs. Vanessa Boyce and Miss Eliza Vasquez. The Jacketeers will be performing a jazz routine to I Want You Back. Tonight's performance is dedicated to the senior class of 2022. Today's moments are tomorrow's memories. Live in the moment and cherish every second. The Jacketeer of the Week is Celeste Pena. This year's social officers are Secretary Charisma Sierra, Vice President Miriam Monroy, and President Marian Camacho. And your military officers are Junior Lieutenant Jackie Hernandez, co-captain Rebecca Gonzalez, and captain Isabella Salinas. Take it away, officers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the second half, there's a little bit of news for you, which is, I think, very important, as the Mustangs will attempt to receive the second half kickoff. A little bit of a rule change. We'll watch the kickoff, and then I will let you know, because I think this is very important. Yellow Jackets on the left, and they've been kicking off all night. No chance of a return there, so the Mustangs will get their first possession of the second half.
20,
and first and 10, right at about their own 20. Okay, what is going to happen is, due to basically a mercy rule with the Yellow Jackets being up 44-0, they have changed it. They're going to cut some basic time off the clock. The 2 quarters have been cut in half. The 2 quarters have been cut down from 12 minutes to 6 minutes each. And they are also going to play running time. So that, as you saw the way Austin played the first half, that is probably a very humane thing to do. So the clock is running now. It'll start at 5:12 if you're going to keep track of the drives. And what you see there is what you get, as Flip Wilson used to say, basically almost most of the night no gain on the play. And I guess you just have to give them credit for showing up in a situation like this. I don't think, in terms of, that was Geometrius Warrior, I don't think there's any need to really keep any more of their stats. I mean, Geometrius Warrior, only 2 people in the stat book, he one of them, 6 carries in the first half for 30 yards. And this thing will probably be over before you know it, and that is, I guess, a good thing for the visitors from HISD. They've had, I believe, 2 first downs all night, but they have not scored. And what you see there, we've got a lot of that, no gain on the play.
Jacket defense led by number 37.
And it's going to be 3rd and about 9. Clock continues to run, 4:12. It'll only stop after a score or a timeout or something. So, my gosh, halftime, the halftime presentation took longer than the second half is going to take. And what can you do at this level? Is this as, well, with the pandemic last year, for those of you who are baseball fans, and I think everybody in Houston right now is a baseball fan, you know what Major League Baseball did, the old street rules, put a runner on second, all of that kind of stuff, which they did through the regular season this year. I don't think you'll see that anymore in Major League Baseball. This, of course, a different situation. These are not professional athletes. They are. See, they're students. Their bodies are not quite as developed as professional athletes are going to be. And you have to take that into consideration. Very brave there. And frankly, there are some parents today who would not let their young men play this game for all the things that we found out in the last decade or so about how dangerous it can be to play football. Look at some of the, that's a dangerous attempt there. Well, fair catch. He's got to either catch it or not attempt to run with it. And so this quarter is going to be just about over very quickly. 44 into the game is going to be over very quickly. So we even keep a drive chart here. 1st and 10 for Galena Park at the Austin 47. And I guess as soon as they snap it, we'll put the mark the time. And, well, the public address here at the stadium telling the students that if someone is coming to pick them up, they better get here earlier than anticipated. So this is going to be snapped with Flores back in there. It's going to snap it with 2:04 if you're going to keep track. Flag on the play. That'll look like a false. So somebody moved early. That's probably going to be on the offense. And they will keep the clock running. Flores started tonight. Statistically, well, things so rapid so quickly, I don't know if we can even give you halftime stats. Flores, as a passer, was 2 for 2 for 22 yards. Did, though, have a touchdown toss and rushed 1 for 6. Reyes, when he came in, 0 for 2 as a passer, 2 for 16 on the ground with a 2-yard touchdown run. Jose Bowling Ball Barrientos, 8 carries, 51 yards, including a 7-yard TD in the first half. Jordan Balderas, 5 for 38, 1 7-yard touchdown run. Marion Kelly, homecoming king, 2 carries, 19 yards, a 16-yard touchdown run. Jonathan Gutierrez, 3 carries, 29 yards on second down. And who gets the Flores keeping it. And let's see. Well, I don't know if even marking it makes any much sense at this point. The original line of scrimmage of the 47. So I guess they start at the 48 and they go to the 49 for a 2-yard gain. Flores on the rush. 37 seconds. We have not even started, and this running 6-minute quarter will end by agreement with both coaches. And this were a professional game. The fans would ask for a partial refund. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 3, Cameron Lewis at the
and we have going deep into the roster for that. So 10 seconds. This third quarter is going to end, and I don't even think we really got started. And of course, this is the mercy thing. Will they snap it before the end of the quarter? I don't think so. Either that or a false start. So I don't even know if we're going to go to a break here. The end of 3. And it is 44-0. Just another 6 minutes to go. They'll quickly switch sides of the field.
Friday night high school football in Texas is tough, but buying a new car shouldn't be. That's why new car deals are better in Baytown at Community. Community, where everything we do is centered around you.
Dave Marks with you here on a Thursday night. Galena Park Yellow Jackets football live on LSN. And by the way, we did get the technical issue solved before the end of the half for the folks who are watching through the LSN feed. And if you were with the regular YouTube Galena Park ISD feed, hopefully you've been with us all the way. Game not very competitive. Yellow Jackets on their way to their 4th straight shutout. They have not given up a point since the Madison game on September 24th, when they gave up that touchdown very late, you may remember, right here at this field. And they almost lost that game had Madison converted on that 2-point conversion. So those are the last points. That's Salas on the carry. And so should we even mark the fact that they are 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions now? Does it really matter? And they are going to, I think, punt for the first time tonight. Might as well get a little of that practice in. It's going to be needed. And the man who kicked a 30-yard field goal and also scored a touchdown, caught a touchdown pass at 13 yards, Bernardo Vasquez, will get into punt formation. This will be the first punt of the night. Game may end before he gets the snap. And a good high one. It probably will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Can they knock it out? I don't think. Well, the referee back there is going to say that they might have touched it before. Let's see. They're going to spot it at about the 2. So, yes, good coverage. Special teams continuing to move. The clock will run, so not much time to speak of. 44-0. And we're going to be out of here so very early tonight. But this, of course, is necessary. Don't want anyone hurt on either side, whether you're going to the postseason or not. Speaking of postseason, there's one other game taking place tonight. And when I tell you the teams that are playing, there might not even be, well, it'll be a no-brainer. But Austin has to watch for the safety here or snap into the end zone. They're just trying to get it out. And they have another quarterback out there. It's going to be Carlos Hammondtree, the senior. Well, the other game taking place tonight in district play, they were at the half. Sharpstown, who Yellow Jacket shutout last week, is playing Houston Northside, so you could kind of phone that one in. 48-0 over Northside at the half. Question for Northside is, are they going to score a point this year? And you might say for Galena Park, are they going to give up any more points this year? Second down and long. Nice catch. And Jeremiah Smith out as a receiver that time. So, in it to clinch second place, there are basically two teams the Yellow Jackets are concerned with. Houston Sterling, who they already defeated, and Willow Ridge, who they will play next week on the road for the final game of the year. Now, technically, as we speak, even if the Yellow Jackets were to win tonight and go to 6-1, they would be in a statistical tie with Sterling, but they would really have the tiebreaker because they beat Sterling earlier this year. As a third down, I believe it is third down if you're still following the game. They've only had about 2 first downs all night, 2:35 in running. And you say, well, what about the fact that well, first of all, the Yellow Jackets obviously have the tiebreaker. And if you wonder what could happen going forward, as you take a look at the schedule for the other games this week, well, the Sterling, they play tomorrow night, and they play Fort Bend Marshall. Enough said. So after the Fort Bend Marshall game tomorrow night, you would have to assume, unless clock will stop here, obviously on a situation. Okay, so I'm going to, unless you folks want to put up a spot, I'm going to keep rambling. We need some time to let everybody know what's going on. So give us a little time, guys, in the truck. Basically, as I was saying, probably going to be a loss tomorrow for Sterling, even though they will be at home. Fort Bend Marshall is going to take this district and probably advance very far in the postseason. That would give Sterling 2 losses, and even if the Yellow Jackets were to lose next week, they would still have the tiebreaker. But what Galena Park has to be concerned about is the opponent that they do play next week, another team from Fort Bend, and that is Fort Bend Willow Ridge. This week, Willow Ridge takes on Madison on Saturday, and don't know who would be favored there. If Willow Ridge loses, I think that kind of clinches it for the Yellow Jackets, as they would have, well, don't know. Let's see, what is Willow Ridge right now? Willow Ridge is 4-2. Yeah, if they lose, that would about do it. But if they do win, that's going to mean next week's game on the road could basically decide who would take second place. The Yellow Jackets, after tonight, are going to be 6-1. Willow Ridge, if they do win tonight, tomorrow, would be 5-2. And so you see, yeah, that game down in Fort Bend would be basically for second place. So that should be interesting for a lot of reasons, because right now we're told it's going to be an early morning game. It's going to be an 11 o'clock kickoff, and that's a Saturday. So while we do have this time on the field, please make note of that. We will not be doing a video. That will be an audio-only game, so you will hear that on LSN. And we're told 11 o'clock. Of course, stay tuned to your favorite social media in case there is any change or whatever. Beltran going to try to punt right at his goal line. Not a bad punt. Renteria will back away and come off the field, as you see. He's coming, number 5, coming toward you. And with 2 minutes and running, I think the Yellow Jackets probably just take 2 knees, and that'll be it. And this will be maybe the shortest high school football game on record in terms of time.
For the safety of the participants in tonight's game.
So 44-0 is more than likely going to be the final score. Yellow Jackets will go to 7-2 overall, 6-1 in district, and they will have a huge edge on wrapping up second place in the district, which will do 2 things. It'll mean that they will play the number 3 seed from District 12-5A, and they will also be assured of a first round by district playoff game here at home in about 2 weeks on a night to be determined. So they continue to run plays. Flores in there. And so a fumble. Was it recovered by Austin? Yes, they did. Well, the Mustangs recovered the fumble, and with a minute to go, the running clock here is probably going to help Galena Park in terms of trying to hold on to their shutout strength. Because with the clock running, 50 seconds to go, Austin would have to just try to get a miracle play to get into the end zone, and unless they take a timeout, which they don't have, I don't know what they did with the timeout situation. Okay, 31 seconds. This could be it or not, but they just send everybody deep. I'll keep it on the ground. That won't get you on the board. That'll probably be the last play of the night. As, everybody going to come off the field, 13 seconds and counting. Are they going to try to hurry up and around, or they won't have enough time? And sometimes we use the word mercy. We overuse it, but definitely appropriate tonight. The home season comes to an end. Final game for the seniors at home is over. And in one of the shortest games on memory due to the second half rules, the mercy rules, the Yellow Jackets get the victory, and they end the season on a high note at home, their home season. 44-0 over the Austin Mustangs. Austin drops to 1-8, 1-6 in district, and the Yellow Jackets now play one final game on the year on the road. It'll be next Saturday morning, November 6th, and that game will determine more than likely if they will lock down second place. So I want to thank all of you for being with us. Very short notice, as very short second half. Let's just mention the sponsors one time briefly, since they didn't get a lot of play tonight. Regions Bank, the Remax agents Kim Walt and Danette Woltuski, Woodlands Allstate agent Herminia Sitter, Mr. Electric, Walk-Up Company, Better Staffing Services, Bonfire Wings, Holtze Health and Wellness Center, and DeRoche Partners, LLP. So be with us. Oh, well, first of all, let's always, time or not, we need to thank the special officials who help us make sure that we get these things done. Folks at Houston ISD, starting with HISD Superintendent Millard House II, HISD Athletic Director Andre Walker, Austin High School Principal Orlando Rainier, and Campus Athletic Coordinator and Head Coach Theo Young, and folks here at the Galena Park ISD, Superintendent Dr. John Moore, Galena Park ISD Athletic Director Vivian Dancy, Assistant GP ISD Athletic Director Kay Walker, and Galena Park High School Principal Dr. Kimberly Martin. Only officials tonight, we didn't get a chance to referee Matt Levin, umpire Benjamin Trimmer, head linesman Ed Gilbert, line judge Mark Klecka, back judge Burrow Bailey, side judge Robert Gonzalez, and field judge Les Bryant. So on a shortened night, 44-0 Yellow Jackets. Our next video game will come hopefully from the first round by district round of the playoffs in a couple of weeks, but the finale on the season, a big one, audio only, lsnsports.com. Be with us on Saturday, November 6th at 11 o'clock. So enjoy, everyone. This is Dave Marks, going to say so long, thank the guys in the truck, and we will see you on the audio side next week. Have a good end of the week and a weekend, everyone.